student fans here. Let's introduce the guys before we go any further. Do you want to start down here, Bob?
I'm Bob, and I'm 14 years old.
Okay.
I'm Clint, and I'm 14 years old.
I'm Scott, and I'm 15 years old.
I'm Dave, and I'm 14 years old.
And together we're I had a tough time at first with the names, but now I have the names. You guys know the names? This is the CD right here, Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
A New Beginning.
Yep.
It's like sort of like a Star Wars reference.
Well, actually, it's not exactly that. The Chapter 1, you know, we created it to make it look like, you know, it is actually because we want all the fans to know that, you know, they'll be expecting more albums from the Moffatts.
Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3.
I think
how many chapters? How many
Yeah.
chapters?
A lot.
A lot.
We don't have a specific number, but
as many as
whenever we're done.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That could be like 13.
The New
14,
Beginning
15.
part on the thing,
Right.
it's because of the style of music that we're performing is actually a new style of music, because before we sang country music.
I was gonna get to that.
Yeah.
I was gonna get to that. Let's talk about this first before we get to that. This is I was listening to it. It's not just pop. It's like there's a rock edge,
yeah.
right? A little bit of ska on here. Did you hear the ska? You like the ska? It seems like you guys...
Very diversified. It's very diversified.
Yeah, it seems like you guys can appreciate different styles.
Yes, we can.
Where does that come from?
We wanted something on the album that everybody could listen to, no matter if they like ska music, then there's a ska song for them.
Okay.
And you know, we always want to be diversified so that, you know, we can grow with the fans and the fans can grow with us.
Yeah. Very good. How about like metal? So there's gonna be some metal.
Yeah, I mean, we like metal. We like Metallica, Master Puppets, and stuff like that. But, you know, we have to, we have to play some certain stuff that, you know, people enjoy right now.
Yeah.
So metal is a great type of music.
Sure it is.
But, you know, let's not...
Maybe Chapter 7.
Take it out of proportion.
Chapter 7.
Yeah, Chapter 7 we could put some metal in there.
Yeah.
We were talking, so we were saying before this, there was other stuff. You had more CDs.
We actually had, this is our fourth album. We had our first album recorded in 1992. It was independent, and it was original songs that we had written. And
you guys would have been what, 8, 9?
8, 9 years old, yeah.
Perfect.
Great, yeah. You know your stuff.
Wow. And talk about those albums.
And then,
the sound.
well, that album, it was more of a country rock album. It's a Wonderful World. And there's a couple of covers like Sam Cooke's It's a Wonderful World, which is the title of the album. And we went to Nashville, looking for a record deal, because that's basically the place where all the country music labels are. And so we went over there, we got signed to a record label, and they rebought that album, and we recorded an album with them.
And both of those albums were released in 1995.
Right.
And actually, the Moffatts sold 250,000 records in the U.S.
The Moffatts, 250,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
And every once in a while, we were, walking around or something and signing autographs in, like, Asia and Europe.
Yeah.
And they'd come up to us and show us the CD, the Moffatts. The Moffatts like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Wow. And again, you're like not even teenagers yet when this is happening.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Wow. I want to take some questions from the audience here, the environment audience. Is there a question from over here somewhere? What's your name? First of all, say hello to the Moffatts and give them a question.
Hello.
I was just wondering, who are your musical influences and what made you choose the instruments that you play?
Well, at the very beginning of our career, our influences were like Elvis Presley, Garth Brooks, Dwight Yoakam, and now our influences, over the last 3 years, the Beatles have become a major influence, like Nirvana, Bush, Silverchair, the Doors. I mean, what we like is very diversified. We have CDs of rock, pop, so country music, so it's...
Yeah. And to answer your second question about the band situation, first of all, Bob, myself, and Scott, we started all playing guitar.
Yeah.
And Bob and me we weren't really focused on playing that instrument. And Scott, kept on always, every day, playing it. So he ended up playing guitar. And Bob, no matter where if you looked at him, he was always hitting on things. So the drums was the perfect thing for him. And I just picked up bass, and Dave picked up the keyboards. And that's actually the 4 instruments that, you need to have a solid band. So it's just the 4 of us playing totally live, and that's the way.
You happy with that? Good answer right there. So we're talking country, we're talking pop with a rock edge.
Yeah.
Where and how did that transition come? Like,
well, it's at the very beginning when we started singing country music. That's what we were listening to, and that's what our parents were listening to. That's what was in the house. So, and that's what we liked, because that's what we were around. So, but as we got older, our taste changed.
For sure.
And then we liked, Metallica, Nirvana, Bush. We got more edge, more aggression, So that's what we, that's what we preferred. We wouldn't go in the car, turn on the country station. We turn on, the rock station, and
For sure. Good for you guys. Another question over here somewhere? Yeah. Your name and say hello to the Moffatts.
I'm Jessica. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Obviously, you guys really enjoy making music, but if you weren't involved in that, what kind of jobs do you think you'd be interested in?
Well, I think definitely music is definitely our life, and I don't know if there's anything that, you know, would take over us playing music. But I think there's also some...
There's a lot of things that you can do in your life, and I think that we like to experiment as we get older, and I'm sure we like to produce other acts or write songs for other acts.
Or even be involved in movies or stuff like that. I mean,
Acting?
there's so many things that you can accomplish. Why just set your views on just, you know, making music? I mean, there's a limit, you know, so.
Very good. Is that okay then? Jessica, you happy with that? Hey, we were talking about you guys being, like, very well known. Southeast Asia, Thailand, Europe. I believe it's 700,000.
Our album's got
700,000 sold worldwide?
And increasing like 100,000 a week, so.
It must be mind-blowing.
It's really exciting for us because, you know, for us, it's great to be back in Canada because we are Canadian.
We're proud to be Canadian.
We think it's great that, you know, so many places around the world are appreciative of our music.
We're talking earlier about you guys traveling to different countries, cities, seeing all this stuff that I've, you know, not even come close to seeing. Coolest experiences. What have been your coolest experiences?
While we were in Southeast Asia, we try to take a day off in every country that we go to. And I mean, when we were in Thailand, we got to go to the palace to check out their culture. Cool. And
I think also a really important thing to tell everyone in Canada is we were over in pretty much all around the world. Everyone knows that we're Canadian. And in Thailand, we were doing one concert, and we went out into on stage, and we looked out, and people were waving the Canadian flag, and on the side they were waving the Thai flag. So I mean, you know, we're really excited that, you know, people all around the world know they're Canadian. They're really also appreciative.
Very welcoming.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
You guys, I read, did like over 1,000 shows in like 4 years. Is there time, like, do you go to school? Do you guys, like, how do you, what's the education?
We
like,
homeschool. Our stepmother and our dad teach us, and it's our #1 priority. Whenever we get the chance to do it, we do it.
And it's easier for
trains, planes, and automobiles.
It's easier for us
you know,
because we can
doing
bring
it
it on the road and do it in every country that we go to.
Good for you guys, and good for your parents as well. Going over some of the titles here on this the CD, Wild at Heart, Miss You Like Crazy, Love,
Miss You Like Crazy is our brand new single.
Yeah, Miss You Like Crazy, brand new single.
But I'm getting at a lot of these songs deal with love. Have you guys, like, had many experiences with romance, or you're young guys?
We get that question asked a lot, and you know, I think everybody.
Please say no. What did you say?
Everybody. I think everybody. If you're still young, you know, you still, even if you don't experience it, you pretty much know what it means.
Because
movies
like the Titanic.
You watch those kind
of. That's a heartbreaker, that one.
And so, I mean, you pretty much, you know what it is, even if you don't experience it. But that's how come when our parents write the songs with us, they're a lot more experienced than us. So I mean,
they've been around a lot longer.
So
actually, our dad has been around a lot longer.
Born in the 60s.
Old guy.
Yeah, old guy.
What is he, like 39?
No,
he's 40, a little bit older.
44, something like that.
Oh yeah,
sorry,
that too. So let's talk about this new video then. We're gonna show it, Miss You Like Crazy.
Yeah. Canadian premiere.
It's a Canadian premiere.
Yeah. Like Crazy.
I had a chance to see it. It's a sad song.
Yeah, it's a sad song.
Do you want to talk about it a bit? It looked like fun making it.
Well, actually,
this video was done in Miami, Florida.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be a really rainy day when we did it, but it turned out to be a beautiful day. So
it's actually the song
boat
that brought
scene in the
us.
video is a scene that we incorporated during the video because it was so nice out that we decided, oh, why don't we do
There's
this?
a Moffatts, let's use that.
It's actually also the song that brought us to Germany, where we signed a record deal. We heard it when we were doing a show in Montgomery, Alabama, and so it's a really important song to us. And,
well, it's very nice talking to you guys. Continued
you.
success.